What's up guys, it's Crash, and I think I have a really important Delta Force video for you guys today where they could have potentially fixed the extraction genre for me. There's been a problem with it that I will get into, and they offered up the best, most elegant solution that I think I've seen so far. What they did was they went live today talking about the upcoming PC open beta that is going to be December 5th, and they dropped a bunch of really cool information yet again of stuff that we need to talk about with the console release, with aim assist, with the pay to win stuff, with the microtransactions. I want to get into it, and also really big, what they're doing when it comes to wipes and season changes I think is huge, because I've had the problem with extraction shooters for a really long time. Once you get to the end game, you kind of run out of stuff to do, and I think they offered up a really impressive solution for that. So I want to get into that. Let's just go through some of these things that they talked about. Anti-cheat is another big one. We're hitting all the big pillars of extraction shooters today. What I thought was really interesting about this, we know they're going to have a really robust anti-cheat system that they haven't really done in the alphas and tests yet. They're going to launch it when the open beta goes live. But I thought they had a very lofty goal when they said they want cheaters to be dealt with within 24 hours. I think that is really cool. Another thing that I think should be a staple of extraction shooters is they are going to implement the cheater compensation. So if you die to a cheater and there's a cheater in your match, you will get the stuff back, and they will, kind of try to make things right with you in the extraction mode if you do come across a cheater. So I think that is really cool. Now, they went right into microtransactions. We've heard the theme the whole time. They iterated again. You will not be able to buy in-game currency. It's not going to be pay to win, but they did show us some of the skins and of the additions, and I think you guys are going to be pretty amazed when you see the cost of this thing. So, and also kind of how they're breaking it down is incredibly reasonable. So right off the bat, I know some of the skins aren't going to be for everyone. In a game like this, they have to make money somehow. I'm kind of over it. Often, if these do bother you, if these kind of skins are a little bit too crazy for you, Arena Breakout Infinite is honestly a great alternative. I'm just to the point now with all the skins and the crazy stuff. If the game's good, I'm going to play it. If it's not, I won't. And that's kind of where I'm at on this situation. I do prefer the grounded ones like many of you. But anyway, that's a whole different topic. What is going on with these additions, what I thought was really cool, if you guys want to upgrade your addition, and you can upgrade it based on the mode that you play. If you just want to play the warfare mode, the battlefield mode, you can buy that standalone special edition. If you want to just play operations, if you're interested in the extraction mode, you can buy that. You can just buy that one. Or if you want to get the overall Delta Force Deluxe Edition with the operator, the skins, the weapon skins, and kind of everything, all that can be offered at this point, you can go ahead and do that for both modes. So I thought that was really cool to give the player choice. If you just play one mode or the other, you can kind of step down and buy the deluxe edition for just that mode. So I thought that was really cool. And then they kind of revealed the price, and I thought something was wrong with the exchange rate or something, but they reiterated the fact that the deluxe edition is going to be 9.6 US dollars. So sub $10. And if you want to just get one of the special modes for like the special editions for warfare or for operations, it's $6.90. It's sub $7. So if you want the deluxe edition of these games, they are sub $10. So I thought that was incredibly cheap. They went on to go on and say there are going to be bundles though. So there's going to be bundles in the game where you can buy other stuff a la carte, battle passes and things like that. So no in-game currency, but there are going to be a fair amount of cosmetics, but the price on those things is absolutely crazy. A lot of people have talked about the safe boxes, right? So that's what you have in your case. If you put it in your safe box, you die, you still get to bring that stuff out. So it's been kind of a pay for convenience feature in a lot of extraction shooters lately. You will get a 2x2 safe box for free every season. You will be able to unlock the bigger 3x3 safe box in game with missions, or it looks like, judging by these additions, you'll be able to purchase another one. So if you want to get a larger one for the season, you can. The other thing that I thought was interesting, they kind of dropped, last time, like the bombshell thing that they dropped was that they were going to try to stitch everything within a year to open world. This time, they talked about having 5v5 modes. They're already testing 5v5 arena modes. I think it would be really good for a search and destroy type mode, would be awesome in this game. And I would definitely be there for it. But you will be able, with these other cosmetics that they showed off, you're going to be able to mix and match parts. Again, they showed the ones that are transparent. You can see the inner workings of the guns moving, and you can also see the rounds being expended through the magazine. Like you can see the magazine shrinking and shrieking. So those are going to be absolutely crazy. How the mandel bricks are going to work is you actually are going to get, if you extract with a mandel brick, you're able to I think you have to buy a key to unlock it. If you don't want to do that, you could actually sell that for in-game currency and then go on a marketplace and buy the skins that you want. So you're going to be able to get a lot of skins for free. You're going to be able to get a lot of skins for sub $10. And it just seems like there's a lot of cosmetics that are going to go into this game, as well as like the player kind of marketplace where you're going to do that. Now I want to talk also, I guess we'll talk about console really quickly. Console is going to be, they want it to be really early in Q1, so it is going to be in Q1 like we've talked about. But what I thought was interesting about this stream is they actually did show someone playing the console version, and it looked very smooth and good. And Enders on there asked about how aim assist is going to be, and they talked about how they are looking at it very, very closely, as they should. You know, as a keyboard and mouse player, aim assist always worries me based on what they've done with Call of Duty with visual recoil, and the auto rotation of aim assist is very difficult to play against in an arena style fast-paced shooter like that with a long time to kill. So I'm really hoping they're taking a look at that. And Shadow did say that they're putting a lot of work into try to balance it, to try to make keyboard and mouse versus controller work really well. And it's going to have to, because this game is going to be cross progression like all the way around. So you can play it on PC, you can play it on console, you can progress your battle pass over there. You can even play it while you're taking a dump on your phone and progress your battle pass and your progression and stuff like that. So it's going to be all cross progression, and it's going to be a crazy game. I really do believe, especially when it comes out on console, there's going to be a very large audience. And at that time, controller support will also be available on PC. But the biggest thing outside of cheater compensation, outside of the 5v5 arena modes, was how they're going to handle wipes. And if you guys have watched the podcast or listened to my channel for a while, you've always known that I've liked the gameplay loop of extraction shooters. I like how you start out, maybe you have a mission, maybe you have a goal, and just like the flexibility to play in a raid how you want to. Like, maybe you're going in with a crappy gun and you're kind of doing a 0 to hero run, or maybe you're using a shotgun so you have to get in close and you're kind of challenging yourself, or maybe you're really needing to make money and grinding missions. So you go in with a mission, you know, you have to go collect something and bring it back out to a trader. There's any number of things. Or, you know, you're just pushing shots, you're playing aggressive, you're going to the gunfights and wanting the PvP to extract with juicy loot from someone that you kill. All these things happen. Things change within raid. Maybe you're going through a mission, you know, you have some emergent PvP, something pops up, you have to deal with it, and things take a totally different approach, or excuse me, take a totally different path than what you planned on when you left the spawn point. So that's one of the coolest things about extraction modes. But overall, the progression has always got to me a little bit, right? That's kind of why I haven't been playing Tarkov in a really long time, you know, notwithstanding the whole Unheard Edition debacle that really just soured me to the franchise indefinitely. Is I got tired of getting wiped and then doing the same quests over again. Now, Arena Breakout Infinite in this game as well have a lot of dynamic weekly quests. Tarkov has since added those as well. There's just a lot to do in these games now, but the overall sense of progression is kind of what made me coming back to extraction shooters. And then with Tarkov, you know, you get up to, the farthest I ever got was like max level traders. A couple times I got all the traders unlocked, and that was kind of my goal for overall progression. Then it got wiped again. However, anytime you get to that end game in extraction shooters, you can look at the player numbers, you can look at the interest in like games like Tarkov. When it gets towards the end of a wipe, people quit playing because there's nothing to do. You spawn in and there's nothing to do. Like, what do we do? You can run around, you can go for PvP, but that overall sense of progression is no longer there. Well, how Delta Force is handling this is something that I've heard other people say, but it really didn't resonate with me until this whole system was put into place and how it makes sense. So every season there's going to be new operators, new maps, and new modes. With those is going to be a wipe. Now, it's not going to be a mandatory wipe. So what is really cool here is you can choose to wipe your progress or not. So when the new season happens, if you are leveled up enough and you want to wipe and start over and get that feeling of rebuilding, you can do that. But you also get something for your troubles. There's going to be unique and cool rewards. One of the things they mentioned is you'll be able to spawn in a map as a boss, one of the bosses, and use some of the crazy equipment that the bosses have. I thought that was kind of wild, and that actually brings more questions than I have answers, but we'll get to that at another time. But you can actually, if you're someone that plays a lot, if this is something you put a lot of time into, it's one of your favorite pastimes and hobbies is to play the extraction shooter, and you level up, you can wipe if you want that feeling of starting over, regrinding through the new content and leveling up your black site and stuff like that. You can, and you get some unique rewards that will stay with you indefinitely to show that off. Really cool. I can see some really neat weapon skins being used for that. Some really cool operator skins that are kind of show off, hey, this is what I did. Maybe a calling card or an emblem that shows I made it, you know, to this rank and then wiped, and we're rolling it again, kind of like how the prestige system works. But if you don't want to, if you're somebody that only gets a few hours a week to play, it took you, you know, several seasons to get your black site leveled up, you know, you got everything unlocked, you have a good amount of money, and you're enjoying playing the game comfortably, you know, you're doing the dynamic weekly quests or the daily quests or whatever they come out with, and you don't want to start over. You don't want to start back over on the, you know, with no money on the bottom tier maps and take all that time to level up your black site, because that would take you, you know, several months or even a year, a half a year or something like that to do. You don't have to. So this is such a wonderful solution, in my opinion, to one of the biggest flaws that extraction shooters have always had. You know, do we wipe and start over and get that excitement? But that's always just hosed some people that have never had the time to grind it and make it to the end anyway. And this really, in my opinion, offers a really good solution for both groups of people. So if you know, if you're a casual, you just play a couple hours, you don't have to wipe, you don't have to start over. You can still enjoy playing with the things you already have unlocked. If you're in there, if you're doing it all day long, if you're playing all the time and that's one of your favorite hobbies and you get it all the way leveled up and there's not much to do, you can wipe, you can take the unique, really cool rewards to show it off, and you can run it back the next season. So I thought that was really cool. A lot of the things they've been saying are really cool and really interesting. And I'm kind of excited to get back into not Arena Breakout. Sorry, that's what I've been playing lately. I'm excited to get back into Delta Force on the 5th when it launches. We'll probably be doing streams here and on twitch.tv/crash8 if you're interested in checking that out. But there was enough cool information today that was revealed that I thought making a video and letting you guys know about it and kind of giving my reactions to it was the play. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are a blessing to me, and I would love to see you on the next one.